Umagyanatminandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitanjena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Varabhishtashaparakam Guru Ganeshisha Sambhushitam Ch.Ch Samastavira-niparam Shri-rupa Pantanugam Govindabhiramujvalam Bharatanam Bhaktyamritam Sundaram Vande Vishwagurum Shadivya Bhagavad Premna Hipachapadam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaudati Se Namaha. So we're continuing this morning with Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are coming to a section where Mahaprabhu is describing the creation to Sanatana Goswami. Okay. Maya je duiviti maya pradhan maya nimita hetu vishwe upadan pradhan. Maya has two functions. One is called Maya, and the other is called Pradhan. Maya refers to the efficient cause, and Pradhan refers to the ingredients that create the cosmic manifestation. So Maya is more of an active principle, and Maya as dull matter, which forms the ingredients of this material plane. These are two ways and two aspects of Maya. Se purusha maya pane kore avadhan, prakriti kshobita kore viryaradan. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead glances over the material energy, she becomes agitated. At that time, the Lord injects the original semen of the living entities. Swanga vishesha vasrupe prakriti sparshan jivarupa bhijtate koila samarpan. To impregnate with the seeds of the living entities, the Lord himself does not directly touch the material energy, but by his specific functional expansion, he touches the material energy, and thus the living entities, who are his parts and parcels, are impregnated into material nature. So, I don't know if it's exactly mentioned here, but this is something that is discussed more elaborately in at the beginning of Brahma Samhita, and so we know from there that it is Sadashiva who takes that. He takes the form of that glance of Mahavishnu, and it is he who impregnates the material energy. What is that line in that famous line in Bhagavan Shambhu in Brahma Samhita? I can't remember the words before. Anyway, that is Shambhu, that is Shiva who does that job, who has a very particular nature. He is not Jiva Tattva, and he is not exactly Vishnu Tattva, but he's his own Tattva, and he's a particular form of Vishnu Tattva, a particular expression of Vishnu Tattva. So he plays that role. Lord Vishnu himself does not come in direct contact. Lord Shiva, he always does the awkward jobs. Having to impregnate the material energy is one of them. Supporting the demons, preaching Mayavad conception. He does the difficult jobs. Daivat Shubhita Dharminyam Swasyam Yona Parapuman Adata Viryam Sasuta Mahatatvam Hiranmayam. At a time before memory, after agitating the material nature into three qualities, the Supreme Personality of Godhead placed the semen of innumerable living entities within the womb of that material nature. So the Jiva Shakti is being impregnated within the womb of that material nature. This helps me to understand, actually, because I've heard many descriptions of it, but I find it quite confusing. But this clarifies this point I wasn't clear on. Thus, material nature gave birth to the total material energy, known as the Hiranyamaya Mahatattva, the original symbolic representation of the cosmic manifestation. And that was a quotation from Bhagavatam. Now we have another quotation from Bhagavatam. Kalo Ritya Tumayayam Gunamayam Adhokshaja Purushenatma Bhutena Viryam Adata Viryavam. In due course of time, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Maha Vaikuntanath, by the agency of an expansion of his personal self, placed the seed of the living entities within the womb of material nature. Tobe mahatattva hoite trivida hankar, jaha hoite devatendriya bhute prachar. First, the total material energy is manifested, and from this arise the three types of egotism, which are the original sources from which all demigods, controlling deities, senses, and material elements expand. From the total material energy, the Mahatattva. Oh, sorry, I read it wrong, that's why I didn't understand. First, the total material energy is manifested. So some like conglomerate. I think Srila Sridhar Maharaj describes it like that, some just like conglomerate mass. First is this Mahatattva, and from this arise the three types of egotism, which are the original sources from which all demigods, senses, and material elements expand. Purport: the three types of egotism, ahankar, are technically known as Vaikarika, Taijasa, and Tamas. The Mahatattva is situated within the heart, or Chitta, and the predominating deity of the Mahatattva is Lord Vasudeva. The Mahatattva is transformed into three divisions: Vaikarika, egotism and goodness; Sattvika, ahankar, from which is manifest the 11th sense organ, the mind, whose predominating deity is Aniruddha; Taijas, or egotism and passion; Rajas, ahankar, from which are manifested the active and knowledge-acquiring senses, along with the intelligence, whose predominating deity is Lord Pradyumna. And 3, tamas, or egotism and ignorance, from which sound vibration, shabda tanmatra, expands. From sound vibration, the sky, akash, is manifested. And then the senses, beginning with the sense of hearing, are also manifested. Of these three types of egotism, Lord Sankarshan is the predominating deity. In the philosophical discourse known as the Sankhya Karika, it is stated, Sattvika ekadashaka pravartate vaikrita ahankarat bhuta destan matram tamasa chaijasa dubhayam. Srila Sridhar Maharaj discusses. It's very, complicated. I cannot properly understand it. But Srila Sridhar Maharaj speaks about this in his explanation. Maybe not I don't remember if it's in Subjective Evolution. I came across a recording where he discusses it more elaborately. And I don't know if that's published. But interesting, this concept of being... I haven't come across this before, the 3 different expressions of... Or maybe I have, and I just didn't really register it. 3 different types of ahankar in the mode of ignorance, passion, and goodness. Sarvatattva Shijilo Brahmandera Gan Ananta Brahmandata Nahiko Ganan. Combining all the different elements, the Supreme Lord created all the universes. Those universes are unlimited in number. There is no possibility of counting them. Iho Mahachashta Purusha Mahavishnu Nam Ananta Brahmandata Lomakupedam. The first form of Lord Vishnu is called Mahavishnu. He is this is Karana Dakashaya Vishnu. He is the original creator of the total material energy. The innumerable universes emanate from the pores of his body. Kavakshe Udiya Yaiche Renuase Jai Purusha Nishvasa Saha Brahmanda Bahiraya Punarapi Nishvasaha Jaya Byantar Ananta Ishvarjatar Sabmayapar. These universes are understood to be floating in the air that Mahavishnu exhales. They're like atomic particles that float in sunshine and pass through the holes of a screen. All these universes are thus created by the exhalation of Mahavishnu. And when Mahavishnu inhales, they re-enter his body. The unlimited opulences of Mahavishnu are completely beyond material conception. Now we have a quotation from Brahma Samhita. Yasyaika nishvasita kala matavalambya jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanata Vishnur mahansa iha yasya Kalo Vishesho Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. The Brahmas and other lords of the material worlds appear from the pores of Mahavishnu and remain alive for the duration of his one exhalation. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, of whom Mahavishnu is a portion of a plenary portion. Samasta Brahmanda Gane Iho Antarjami Karanabdi Shaisa Jagate Daswami. Mahavishnu is the super soul of all the universes. Lying on the causal ocean, he is the master of all material worlds. Eto kahilo pratam purushera tattva ditya purushebe shunoho mahatva. I have thus explained the truth of the first personality of Godhead, Mahavishnu. I shall now explain the glories of the second personality of Godhead. Se Purushananta Koti. So the second Purusha avatar, Garbhodakashaya. Se Purushananta Koti Brahmanda Shri Jiya Ekaika Murti Praveshila Bahumurti Hoya. After creating the total number of universes which are unlimited, Mahavishnu expanded himself into unlimited forms and entered into each of them. So this Mahavishnu, he's expanding into so many Garbhodakashaya Vishnus who are entering into each and every multiverse and maintaining each multiverse. Pravesh kariya deke sabandakar rohite nahi kostan korila vichar. When Mahavishnu entered each of the limitless universes, he saw that there was darkness all around and that there was no place to stay. He therefore began to consider the situation. It's just wonderful, isn't it? Like he could have worked it out beforehand, but it's a dynamic, fresh reality. What shall I do? I need to rest. I need to lie down somewhere. There's nothing here. What should I do? It's wonderful. Nijanga se jole brahmandar jabodilo, se jole se shayan kodilo. With the perspiration produced from his own body, the Lord filled half the universe with water. He then lay down on that water on the bed of Lord Ch.Ch. Tarnabi padma hoite utilo eka padma se padme hoilo brahma janma sadma. A lotus flower then sprouted from the lotus navel of that Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. That lotus flower became Lord Brahma's birthplace. Se padmanale hoilo choda bhuvan, teho brahma hoya shishti kodilo shrijan. In the stem of that lotus flower, the 14 worlds were generated. Then he became Lord Brahma and manifested the entire universe. Vishnu rupoya kode jagat palane, gunatita Vishnu sparsha nahimaya sane. In this way, the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his form of Vishnu maintains the entire material world. Since he is always beyond the material qualities, the material nature cannot touch him. Purport: the influence of the material energy cannot touch Lord Vishnu as she touches Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. Therefore, it is said that Lord Vishnu is transcendental to the material qualities. The incarnations of the material qualities, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, are under the jurisdiction of the external energy. Lord Vishnu, however, is different. In the mantras of the Rig Veda, it is said, Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam. The words Paramam Padam indicate that he is transcendental to the material qualities. Because Lord Vishnu is not within the jurisdiction of the material qualities, he is always superior to the living entities who are controlled by the material nature. This is one of the differences between the Supreme Lord and the living entities. Lord Brahma is a very powerful living entity, and Lord Shiva is even more powerful. Therefore, Lord Shiva is not accepted as a living entity, but at the same time, he is not considered to be on the level of Lord Vishnu. Rujarupadori kore jagat samhar, shishti stikti pralay hoa ichai jahar. The Supreme Lord in his form of Rudra, Lord Shiva, brings about the dissolution of this material creation. In other words, only by his will are there creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the whole cosmic manifestation. Only by the Lord's will does creation, maintenance, and destruction take place. And he, in the form of Lord Shiva, in the expanded form of Lord Shiva, he causes the destruction, dissolution. Brahma Vishnu Shivatar Gunavatar Shishti Stikti Pralaye Tineradikar. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are his three incarnations of the material qualities. Creation, maintenance, and destruction, respectively, are under the charge of these three personalities. Hiranya Garvantar Jami Garbhodakashayi Sahasra Shirshadi Kodi Vedejade Gai. Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, known within the universe as Hiranyagarbha and the Antarjami or Super Soul, is glorified in the Vedic hymns, beginning with the hymn that starts with the word Sahasra Shirsha. Eto Dvitiya Purush Brahmandya Ishvar Maya Ashray Hoy Tabu Maya Par. This second personality of Godhead, known as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, is the master of each and every universe and the shelter of the external energy. Nonetheless, he remains beyond the touch of the external energy. Tritiya Purusha Vishnu Gunavatar Duyavatar Vitar Gananatahar. The third expansion of Vishnu is Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, who is the incarnation of the quality of goodness. He is to be counted within both types of incarnations, Purusha avatars and Guna avatars. Virat Vyasti Jive Teho Antar Jami Kshirodakashaya Teho Palankarta Swami. Kshirodakashaya Vishnu is the universal form of the Lord and is the super soul within every living entity. He is known as Kshirodakashaya because he is the Lord who lies on the ocean of milk. He is the maintainer and master of the universe. So one nice way Gurudev described these three Purusha avatars is Mahavishnu or Karanadakashaya. He is the super soul of the whole material creation. Garbhodakashaya is the super soul of each individual Brahmanda or multiverse, and Kshirodakashaya is the super soul of every living being. And it is a little confusing. I was puzzled on this point for years, and then I asked Pushta Krishna Prabhu about it. He was speaking about the Purusha avatars, maybe, or maybe specifically Kshirodakashaya. So I asked him on that point, and he did explain. It is said here, but it's not like very clearly stated that Kshirodakashaya, he has different forms. And so in one of his aspects, he appears as the Paramatma, or the super soul, and then he has another aspect where he lives, at the top of the material plane and rests on an ocean of milk. So that's how he gets his name. And then it is also mentioned that maybe it is mentioned here, but I think in the Adi Lila, that the Vishnu avatars, or most of the Vishnu avatars, they actually come from Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. So he has, different aspects. We'll read a little more because we started late. Purushavatadare koilonirupan. And I believe, like in some pastimes, when you hear the devas go to pray to Vishnu, like, please save us from the demons. And I believe it is that Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, because he's somewhat accessible, because he exists. He resides like within the jurisdiction of the material plane. It's not the material plane. It's like Vaikuntha within the material plane, at the very top of the whole material existence. So I believe it is that Vishnu that the devas go to pray to, and who they have more contact with. I believe so. O Sanatan, I have definitively described the three Purusha avatars of Vishnu. Now please hear from me about the pastime incarnations. Lila avatar Krishna, so that means Lila avatars. Lila avatar Krishna Ajay Ganan Pradhan Kariya Kohi Digdadashan. No one can count the innumerable pastime incarnations of Lord Krishna, but I shall describe the principal ones. Matsya Korma Raghunath Nishingavaman Varahadi Lekaja Najai Ganan. Some of the pastime incarnations are the fish incarnation, the tortoise incarnation, Lord Ramachandra, Lord Nishinga, Lord Vaman, and Lord Varaha. There is no end to them. Matsyashva Kachapanash. Oh, this is quotation from Bhagavatam. Matsyashva Kachapanashinga Varaha Hamsa Vajanya Vipa Vibudeshu Kritavatada Tvampasi Nasti Bhuvanam Chatata Duneshu Parambuvo Harayadu Tama Vandanam Te. O Lord of the universe, best of the Jadu dynasty, we are offering our prayers unto you, mainly to diminish the heavy burden of the universe. Indeed, you diminished this burden formerly by incarnating in the form of a fish, a horse, a tortoise, a lion, a boar, and a swan. You also incarnated or appeared as Lord Ramachandra, Parashuram, and Vaman, the dwarf. You have always protected us demigods and the universe in this way. Now please continue. Lilavatader koilu digdarashan gunavatader beshunavivadan. I've given a few examples of the pastime incarnations. Now I will describe the guna avatars, the incarnations of the material qualities. Please listen. Brahma Vishnu Shiva Teen Gunavatar Trigunangi Kode Kode Shishyadi Vyavahar. There are three functions within this material world. Everything here is created. Everything is maintained for some time, and everything is finally dissolved. The Lord therefore incarnates himself. That word does jar a little bit, doesn't it? The Lord therefore, the word is, how is it said in the Bengali? Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva are the three guna avatars. Trigun Angi Kodi. Angi Kodi is translated as accepting. Accepting these three qualities, creation, maintenance, and destruction is carried out. Something like that. Shishyadi Vyavahar. Shishti is creation, and then Adi is referring to something like that. So, yeah. I mean, it's like a type of empowerment. He empowers them with these qualities to perform these functions pertaining to the material world. Thus, the transactions of the material world take place. Bhakti Mishra Krita Punye Konjivotam Rajogune Vibhavita Koditarman. Because of his past pious deeds mixed with devotional service, the first-class living entity is influenced by the mode of passion within his mind. Is he speaking about Lord Brahma? I mean, it sounds like this is describing the bull, because Brahma is really a role, so the person who enters that role. And this is what is described in Brahma Samhita. Lord Brahma, he has some genuine devotion for the Lord, but that is mixed with this desire which originates in the mode of passion to affect the creation. Garbhodakashai dvada shakti sanchari yasti shishti kore Krishna brahmadupadodi. Such a devotee is empowered by Garbhodakashai Vishnu. In this way, an incarnation of Krishna in the form of Brahma engineers the total creation of the universe. We have a quotation from Brahma Samhita. Basvanya tashma sakaleshu nijeshu teja swayam kiya prakatayatya pitadvaratra brahmaya esha jagadanda vidhana karta govinda madi purusham tamaham bhajami. The sun manifests his brilliance in a gem, although it is stone. Similarly, the original personality of Godhead, Govinda, manifests his special power in a pious living entity. Thus the living entity becomes Brahma, and manages the affairs of the universe. Let me worship Govinda, the original personality of Godhead. Kun kalpe jadi jogja jivanahi pai apane ishwa tobe amshe brahma hoy. If in a kalpa a suitable living entity is not available to take charge of Brahma's post, and as we mentioned yesterday, what does a suitable living entity mean? Means a jiva who perfectly performs their duties in this world for 100 births. So understandably, there are occasions when there's not a suitable living entity to perform that job. So Krishna has to do it himself. If in a kalpa a suitable living entity is not available to take charge of Brahma's post, and I've heard with Surya it is also like that. I'm not sure, but I heard some mention of that. So there's this Surya Narayan, that is this expression, Surya Narayan. But I'm not completely sure about that. But this is, mentioned here directly. And then the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself personally expands and becomes Lord Brahma. Maybe we should stop there. We can start there. I would like to continue, but we have to carry on with our day. Don't want to keep everybody. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai, Shri Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami Ki Jai, Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. It's very nice. I mean, it's very technical and it's a bit hard going sometimes, but somehow it's also very relishable. There's still some taste. Would you like to sing, please? Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Namaha Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudhana Hari Gopinatha Madana Mohan Chaitanya Nityananda Bhakti.